So you think you found a 7-figure product and you've just started the process of testing it, or you're actually already scaling it and you're trying to make the best out of it and get the most output per dollar you put in towards this business. You want to maximize your profits. You want to maximize your revenue. Today, we're going to talk about the entire funnel from cold traffic to conversion. And I'm going to discuss all the little things that you need to focus on to fix your funnel when you have an unprofitable product, a break-even product, or a product that is profitable, but you want to maximize that profits and take it sky high as you scale. You must know every step of the funnel very well, and you absolutely need to know what there is to fix from the funnel and what part you should also improve on in the funnel. We're gonna talk all about that today. Stay tuned for this vid. But before we begin, of course, I'll be releasing the winner of last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway sometime throughout this video. As always, we do this every single vid. If you want to apply to be a winner, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. In fact, as always, comment anything you want. Pick at my brain, ask me a question. We've just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 1,100 already. And I am here for you guys because you guys are here for me, spreading positivity and straight grind hustle mentality. And I love it, guys. Keep at that. I'm glad that this is 1,000 quality subs that we're looking at, that we can actually build a great community with in the future. I do intend to have a Facebook group and hopefully some other things I'll talk about later on as we progress. But I don't want to talk much of that about that right now. We'll talk about it later on. Real quick, guys, just a quick moment of transparency. I would like to admit that last video's title was a little bit clickbaity. I just want to keep it real with you guys. This second to last store I made in late December, it's not generating 9K plus profits every single day. Those are just several days that I've actually incurred the maximum profit of almost 10 grand a day, which is crazy for a brief period. It's not like that every day. In fact, the average is about 4 to 6K. I don't have the exact calculation per day profit, which is still very, very good. But of course, 9K sounded a lot better and I didn't think twice about it. I just told my editor to use that as a title. So I'm sorry for that. I'll post, I always do post my revenues. I always do corroborate it with my Shopify revenue and my profits from Accountify as well, just to keep it real and transparent with you guys, because in the end of the day, if I'm not doing what I'm preaching, then who the heck am I? So of course, ask me whatever you guys want for transparency wise. I'm more than happy to provide it. I just want you guys to be able to trust me, because when I'm watching videos on YouTube, I won't follow them until they've shown me their results. I won't believe them as much. People like Noah Brewer, they're legit because they show it. They don't care. And I respect that, and I want to be part of that, and I have nothing to hide. So I'm here for you guys. Let's keep it real and let's keep it hustling. All right, let's start this vid. The stronger each part of your funnel is from the beginning, where cold traffic is, all the way to the conversion and the checkout, the more money you will make from each dollar that you spend. This is a very important video and you guys must watch this until the end. Even if you know about this kind of stuff, watch it so you can corroborate it in your own head and reassure yourself that you're doing the right thing. Okay, first let's overview the 4 primary parts of the funnel that we're going to discuss today. There are more intricate parts, but let's start off with a brief overview and I'll make more videos going on to those little nitty-gritty stuff that's also important. First things first is your cold traffic that you generate from platforms that advertise like Facebook, right? Then you progress them onto the second part, which is your landing page, your product page, where you're meant to convert that cold traffic from Facebook. Next is actually part of your landing page. It's the product and the offer that you have for the product. This is not necessarily a step of the funnel in addition to the landing page, but it's part of it. And then finally, you have your retargeting and also your email marketing. This is very important. People miss out on this. It is about 15 to 20% of my revenue for most of my stores. So let's talk about each part of the funnel, break it down for you guys in a brief bird's eye overview so you guys have a better understanding of what it is and what you can do to fix every single part of it to optimize it and bring way more money. Okay, your cold traffic. Number one, are you getting cheap clicks? This is the most important part of the funnel in my opinion, because people have really bad websites. We've talked about this in the past. Lots of scammy dropshipping websites out there, and they're doing great because of the creatives, because of their cold traffic, the ability to bring in lots of audience for a cheap amount, right? So that's a critical step, because no matter how good the rest of your funnel is, if your cost per click is $1.50, $2 for every unique click, you're likely not going to do good if your product is being sold in the $40 to $150 range with even a 60% profit margin. You're not going to do good. It's way too expensive. You want to bring that cost per click down below $1, well below $1, and it should be quality clicks. We're not talking Spain, Philippines, India, Pakistan. We're talking big 5 countries should be the primary people coming to your website, because those are of course the biggest countries that convert. That traffic is worth more to you than countries like the Philippines that might do all these kind of clicks for like 2-3 cents, but none of them even convert. The ones from the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, those are really important. And that's the kind of quality clicks that you want to bring in for a low cost. Now, how do we optimize these clicks? If you have a high CPC, it's likely because of your high CPM and low CTR, which is a result from your poor, crappy creatives. Creatives are critical. I will never stop saying that, and I will have tons of videos about that, so stay subscribed. You need to have a good, short, concise, beautifully flowing creative. It could be an image ad, a video ad, a carousel. You need to test them all. The more you test, the more chance you have of having a winning creative that brings you cheaper cost per clicks. Always be testing new creatives as you're scaling, and when you're testing your product for the first time, I strongly recommend you have at least 3 to 5 creatives within each ad set. This is what I do. Let me break it down for you. I have one creative from SERPDaddy, a professional video ad made by SERPDaddy. It's just a video editor that I've been using for years. There's a link down in the description below. I have a video from him. Oftentimes I'll have 2 because I throw in a revision and he sends me another video. So I'll have 2 variations with 2 scroll stoppers from SERPDaddy. I'll make 1 or 2 videos myself, which is simply showing the product that I find from clips that I find online that are very easy to put together with an app like InVideo or Premiere Pro. And then I have 2 image ads at least, because you don't know what's gonna work best for that product. And I want to optimize my creatives the best that I can to give Facebook the best opportunity to bring me the cheapest clicks and find me the greatest ROAS with those cheap clicks. Creatives, really important. Now, the second part of cult traffic is broad interests, right? You want your product to be more so in the broad category, because then you have a ton of people to target rather than a small amount. The more niche your product is, the higher your CPM will be, because you will have to be testing with niche interests, small interests. No, I want interests that are between 2 to 100 million plus even. Those are good interests to go for, right? So if I'm testing a phone case, I want to be testing an interest that is 70, 80 million, because it's pretty broad. Phone cases are a very broad product, just like the posture corrector, right? And of course, it depends on your profit margins as well, with what the product is and the demand, the use of the product, but that's another video. So to wrap it up, creatives and broad appeal helps a lot. If your product is niche down, you need to do a little bit more work appealing to your target audience to resonate what they sound like, and they'll be more attracted to your advertisement. As a result, we'll have more videos on creatives. It'll help you out a ton, guys. Okay, next up is your landing page. Guys, is it clean? Is it branded? Is it spammy looking? Does it have a lot of pop-ups? Is the load speed very high? Check your load speed. It costs 40 bucks on Fiverr to get it down in half the time that you see. Check all of these things, guys. Make sure it looks branded. You don't need to complicate things. Please remember to keep it simple. Black, white, one other color. Branded logo could literally be just your logo, your brand name in a different font. But you need to make sure your store name is broad if it's in the general store. Something like Miko Plus or like Moala. Those are just general names that fit with any kind of product if you're in the general store. And general stores convert really well. God, it's such a great thing to get into. I love general stores. I use general stores to test a ton of products. If I find something that works, I might even leave it on that general store and convert the entire store to become a one product or a niche store for that product. And then I just make another general store. Anyways, another video. I have so much to say, but keep it clean. Very important. Make sure that your text is not a giant thesis statement across your entire page. Spread it out. I have a whole video on this. Definitely check it out. Your reviews are very important. They need to be just as persuasive as your ad copy and your descriptions. You need to make sure that you find the best reviews on Amazon and paraphrase them properly and take the greatest ones and throw those in the first 5 or 7, because those are likely the ones that your customer will read. The rest of them can be kind of just like, hey, great product, awesome shipping, basic things, but your first 5 to 10 reviews should be immaculate. You need to read through every single one of them. Gone are the days where you copy and paste AliExpress reviews that are translated from Russian or Chinese. God, find reviews on Amazon and paraphrase them. That's not cheating. You're just taking the product reviews and you're just rewording them. Take that advice, guys. It's very important. I always have read reviews, even before I got into e-commerce, when I was making purchases. Of course, your customer is going to take note of that. Your ad copy as well, guys. Make sure it's persuasive and you focus on the benefits and not the features. I always say this. Try to tie emotion into it. Your headlines also need to be clean and short and concise, just as concise as your descriptions, but they also need to be powerful. You can make a very powerful statement in less than 10 words that'll talk all about the benefits of your product and drive someone to make that final purchase because they saw your advertisement on Facebook and they thought to themselves, they might want this product, I should check it out. But if they go to your page and they see that there's grammar mistakes, even a single spelling error, they're gone. If they notice that your store is selling a whole bunch of different products that are completely unrelated to the product that they saw, they're gone. Keep it clean. You need to put yourself in the perspective of a consumer clicking through an advertisement from Facebook, going onto your page and making sure they get that final purchase done with. That's another thing. Does your checkout work? Do you have free shipping? Have you tested it? Have you made an order yourself to test it? I think it's been 3 times, twice with myself, one with one of my buddies that I'm helping him build a store, that we didn't notice until later on that the checkout actually doesn't work for some stupid reason. Maybe the shipping policy has been screwed up because we installed an app that conflicts with the shipping, and that just completely disregards the checkout. So we're wondering, why is there so many add to carts and no purchases? Guys, you need to really go through the funnel yourself. Read everything yourself. Put yourself in the shoes of the person buying your product. Speaking of the product, you need to discuss with yourself, does it really offer a high perceived value? Does it look like it is worth the amount that you're charging for? Of course, you need to have a 3 times markup, but is it truly worth that amount? Something like the posture corrector, of course it is, because it's truly giving you a problem-solving benefit that you can see almost immediately, and you see it in the advertisements, you see it in the ad copy, and it's very persuasive. Even if they know that it might have costed them a couple of dollars to manufacture, they understand that the branding behind the product and the functionality and the social proof all values the product to be way more than it's actually worth physically, and that's what you need to consider. If the product solves someone's problem, they will pay 10 or 20 times the amount that it's actually worth because it solves that problem, and people love to see their time saved, their stress relieved, their insecurities resolved. All those kind of things are very critical that you guys should always keep in mind of while you're writing your descriptions, and that is why you should also read a ton of Amazon reviews of your product while you're doing your product page to get a good understanding of what to look out for. Is your product worth it? Ask yourself that. Is your offer good? Sorry for the brief interruption. We're just gonna announce the winner of last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway, and the winner is Kazlan. Congrats, my man. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Just send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description right below or right here, and I will get right back to you. We'll talk about anything you want, and of course, like, comment, subscribe if you want to be part of this. I will pick it random and I will announce it in the following video who the winner is. So let's get right back into the video. Any questions, drop them down below. Also, show some love. Give me a like, please. Ask yourself that. Is your offer good? good. Do you offer anything free? It might cost you $2 to give your customer an additional small little item with that product. Let's say you're selling an expensive phone case, you give them a free screen protector branded with your name, and they will pay way more for that phone case because they get free stuff. People love the word free. It's a very, very important psychological word when you're in e-commerce. Take note of that. You can sell in bundles, right? You're offering this item. Instead of saying that you're getting these 2 items for the price of this, say you're getting this item that comes with this, right? So it's all about psychology and the offer. Make sure your offer is attractive and try to make it unique. If you're competing in a sphere of a saturated product, maybe differentiate yourself by offering a bundle of products in one that synergize with each other to make those products even better than the competitors selling that single product. So important, guys, to differentiate yourselves, especially with saturated products. And that's another question. How saturated is your product? Maybe people are clicking through, you get low CPC, but your product is actually very saturated. They've seen it 1,000 times. They click through your website and they see that, hey, maybe they're not actually the guys who are branded with this product. Maybe they're just the copycats copying the other guy who looks way more branded, when in reality, that guy's also a dropshipper. So that's another thing. If you're getting low CPC, you're getting a ton of people coming to your website, but none of them are even adding to cart or a very low amount. Let's say less than 7% of the people coming to your website are adding to cart. That's a bad sign. A good standard to look out for is 9 to 11% add to cart, 2 to 3% conversion. Those are good standards to go by. They vary, however, depending on your profit margins. I have excellent profit margins for some of my products, 70% profit margins cost of goods, and I can afford to have a 1.3 conversion rate on that website because people even buy more than one. Usually they buy 2 or 3, and that helps me a lot. Or bundles, right? But anyways, another video. Let me know if you want to know about average order value. We can talk about that for certain. But of course, if you have low add to carts like 5-4%, then you might want to consider, is my offer good? Is my product even good? Is there even demand for this product? Am I doing a good job purveying the concept of what the product does and how it solves things? Look at apps like Hotjar. Look up Hotjar. It lets you see when your customers land on your page. It shows you what they do, how they interact your site. If they immediately go to your page and they get turned off by the first thing they see, then you clearly know that the first page is doo-doo. Your mobile view is also very important. Mobile view will be 70 to 80% of your traffic. You want to make damn sure that your page looks excellent, your product, your everything looks beautiful on mobile view. Your images need to look optimized on mobile view. Your text needs to be clean and congruent on mobile view. Everything is mobile view. Take the best note of that. So especially if you're working on gem pages, what I like to do is start with mobile view, then progress onto desktop. And I make 2 different variations for each because they will look completely different. Okay, retargeting and email marketing. This is so important that there's a ton of people out there that actually offer this service for me, email marketing alone, and also retargeting. Let's quickly talk about retargeting. I'm gonna give you guys some quick secrets that have actually done me amazing numbers. For retargeting, you need to be on Facebook, of course. You need to have retargeting to the people who have visited your site, time spent 25%, video viewers 90%, stuff like that. Add to carts, purchases sometimes. Retarget all of that, throw them all into a CBO. I'll have a video just on retargeting, super important, but briefly let me touch it. So we have Facebook, right? We also have Google. Google is the best retargeting in my opinion. It has gotten me insane conversion rates, 10% plus, even more, 14-15% for some stores, just from Google branded keywords. Basically what happens is people will go to your site from Facebook, right? And they see your website, they think, all right, it looks pretty cool, but I actually want to know if it's a legit site. I'm just going to Google it. People corroborate legitimacy by Googling a website. Can you believe that? I've done that. Since I can remember, I've been doing that. They just go on Google and they type your website or the product name, and if it comes up as one of the first listings, they're like, all right, it's legit. it's not a scam. That's the mentality that goes on in the consumer's brain. And a lot of people do that. That's why you oftentimes have a lot of people who just click on your website and they immediately click out because they're like, wait a minute, you know what? Let me go on my desktop real quick instead of my phone and let me do the process through there because I want to make sure it looks good. I want to make sure it's legit. That's what I do. That's what I've always been doing. And that's why I know this is a very important step. And I've also noticed this through my years of e-commerce. I'm not sure if anyone's really talked about this, but very important branded keyword searches. I'll have a video on that as well. Sebastian Gorgu has a great video on that. I think he made that a few years ago. It was an awesome video. He basically referred to Google retargeting as a snowplow, like a snowplow going through the snow and there's snow coming from the sides of the snowplow. Google is basically grabbing all the rest of the snow coming from the sides, while Facebook is the snowplow grabbing the masses, the 80-90% of traffic. Google grabs the remaining 10 to 20% from the sides. And that's a very good analogy. It's very right about that. You get amazing ROAS from Google, like 7, 8, 9, 10 for products that usually do 2 to 3 ROAS. So it's awesome. Check it out for sure. I'll have a video on that too. Okay, next up is your Klaviyo. Klaviyo is so important. Your email marketing, guys. You need to have a welcome series. Do you have a confirmation email? Are you using templates from Klaviyo with a confirmation email that shows, hey, you ordered this. This is great. Actually, a lot of people also ordered this with this product. You could be surprised. That gives me like 4 to 5% additional revenue just from the welcome series and the order confirmation. So those are really important, but most important is actually your abandoned cart email sequence, guys. I'll have a whole video showing you exactly the template that you should use. I'll make it very simple for you. Let me know if you want to see this in the comment section below. Please let me know, and I'll throw a video on this sooner than later, because your abandoned email flow is very critical, guys. That's like 5 to 10% of your revenue right there. Basically, if someone abandons your cart, then you have either Klaviyo hitting them with an email or SMS bump hitting them with the text and letting them know, hey, you just forgot this product. Do you want it? 2 days later, hey, here's a 10% discount for this product. Hey, last offer, are you gonna get it or not? You'd be surprised how many people come back to it because they just forgot about it. They're like, hey, I want to buy this, but then they're like, well, maybe I don't. And then they click out and they forgot the name of the website or something. It happens all the time, but they do want the product and they'll get it later on. So that's why you want to remind them with emails, abandoned email flows. Very important. I'll have a whole video on that. Also, post-purchase follow-ups, right? Those also give you 1 to 3%. Part of my revenue, 1 to 3%. It's very important because people are in the buying mood, right? So as soon as they make the purchase, they get an email saying, hey, your order is confirmed. Here's the order that you got. Here's some similar items. Or we have applications like Reconvert, where as soon as they finish the purchase, they already have their information, their credit card information, all that checked in, and they see, and they're in the buying mood. They're happy. They just purchased an item. They're excited. And then they see, hey, you can also buy this product for 30% off because you're a first-time customer. You should totally get this too. It'll synergize with your product. Of course, I'm going to get it. And that's a ton of sales depending on the product that you have and the upsell that you're offering. You can make a ton of money. I have a store doing 15% extra revenue just from Reconvert. Can you believe that? Because it synergizes with the product. I don't even have an upsell, in-cart upsell for that because I personally don't like to slow down the checkout process. I want it to be quick and they can make an extra purchase at the end of it if they want. But I personally, for most of my stores, I actually don't even have an upsell. You can have an in-cart upsell. Some stores it works fine. Test it out. We'll talk more about this in a separate video. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to discuss that. But definitely have Reconvert. Reconvert's awesome. It's free, I think, until you get a sale or something like that, or 10 sales. I don't know. Check it out. It's on the Shopify App Store. It's highly reviewed, highly rated all over, and I'll have a video on that too, showing you exactly how to create the template to make it really, really convertible. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to be part of the 30-minute consulting call giveaway. I've actually been helping out a lot of people. I'm surprised to see that so soon. A lot of the guys I've talked to are actually getting really profitable results from their stores. And a lot of people have been hitting me up about mentorship and paid coaching and stuff like that. I really don't have time across my 4 stores, my YouTube, my health, my fitness, like MMA, all that kind of stuff, my family. It's a lot, guys. I'm 23 years old. I'm really trying to push myself, but I also want to make sure I balance myself. So I'm going to do my best to keep growing this channel. Hopefully when I hit about maybe 10K, I hope so in this year, I might release a course, because I do believe that a lot of the courses out there are kind of BS from what I'm hearing. I've seen some stuff on the internet for free, it's all over the place. But anyways, I've been recommended to make a course, and I think maybe a few months from now, I might start working on it, because there is a lot that I have to talk about, and I can't really put it all into simple videos like this, short YouTube videos. I want to give you guys the best value, and so I want to wait until I get a good amount of subscribers who give me good enough feedback to where I can start making the course with exactly how you guys want it to be. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know some topics that you want me to discuss in the future with videos. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll make videos on them, and then in the course I'll add way more detail to the videos that I make on YouTube, because I think that's just so important. You guys need to have a legit course that goes with, more than like 10 hours, like some serious stuff, because e-commerce is not a joke, guys. You can really make 7 figures from this. And if that's a possibility, why wouldn't you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, right? Especially if you can do it with such little money. You just need the knowledge, and I'm here with the knowledge, and I'm willing to give it to you guys. So send me a DM, send me a comment, and that's it. That's all I got for y'all. All right, peace, love, and keep it real, keep it hustling, keep it grinding, and never, ever, ever give up, y'all. Peace.